5 cameras, 5 regulatory filings. Somebody at Sony just registered an 80-megapixel monster. Canon quietly filed paperwork for what looks like the most powerful APS-C camera they've ever built. Fujifilm is bringing a brand new processor to market for the first time. And Nikon, they're about to fill the one gap in their lineup that's been bothering Z-mount shooters for years. These cameras haven't been announced, but they've already been found, buried inside government wireless certification databases from the US, China, and Japan. In this video, we're breaking down 5 cameras that are confirmed to exist and digging into everything the leaks tell us about what's coming. Like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into the cameras, here's why regulatory filings matter. This isn't just rumor talk. Any camera with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth must be registered with agencies like the FCC or CMI-IT before release, and these records are public. They don't reveal full specs, but they confirm the camera is real, built, and heading to production. So when multiple brands file devices around the same time, it signals one thing: a major wave of new cameras is coming. Let's start with the one that's generating the most noise right now, and honestly, for good reason. Sony's Alpha 7R6 has been officially registered under code WW847606 with a CMI-IT filing dated February 4, 2026. This isn't a leak from a forum post or an anonymous tipster. This is a government registration. The camera exists. Now here's where it gets interesting, because the rumored specs that have been circulating since that filing are genuinely hard to believe. The A7R6 is expected to feature a fully stacked full-frame sensor with roughly 80 megapixels. That sensor would be paired with a new Bionz XR2 processor and up to 8.5 stops of in-body image stabilization. For context, Sony's current A7R5 sits at 61 megapixels, and that camera already produces some of the most detailed images you can get from a mirrorless body. Going to 80 megapixels on a stacked sensor, which means dramatically faster readout speeds, is a completely different class of camera. And the video specs match that ambition. It supports full-frame 10.9K oversampled 8K at 30p, APS-C 7.1K oversampled 4K at 60p, and full-frame 5.5K pixel binning oversampled 4K at 120p. For still shooters, the burst performance is equally serious. Continuous shooting is rumored at up to 30 frames per second with 14-bit RAW, along with RAW pre-capture and 60 frames per second AE/AF tracking. Sony also seems to be pushing further into computational photography, with talk of 16-frame high-resolution composites and up to 32-frame noise-reduced composite shooting. There's also a notable design change coming. The grip has been redesigned to adopt the deeper handle found on the A1 II, and the screen's maximum brightness is 50% higher than the A1 II. The Alpha 7R6 is currently undergoing testing on a small scale, and it's set to be released before November 2026, right before the next Alpha 7S series. Based on the filing date and the current testing phase, most sources are pointing to an announcement window somewhere around mid-2026, with May being the most commonly cited target. If these specs hold up, the A7R6 won't just be an upgrade, it'll be a statement. Sony essentially asking whether medium format is still necessary when you can get 80 megapixels, 8K video, and 30 frames per second RAW out of a mirrorless body that fits in a camera bag. Next up, the Fujifilm XT6, and this is a big one for Fujifilm fans. The April 2026 filing, FF260001, confirms it's coming, but more importantly, it signals a major shift for the entire X series. The headline upgrade is the new X Processor 6, a next-gen processing platform that will likely power all future X series cameras. This isn't just an XT5 refresh, it's a foundation reset. On the sensor side, it keeps the 40 megapixel count but moves to a new generation X-Trans sensor, meaning better low light, cleaner high ISO, and faster performance. The biggest physical change: a fully articulating screen, a clear move toward hybrid shooters, replacing the photography-first tilt design of the XT5. Battery life is also improved, up to 750 shots, and for the first time, Fujifilm is adding tri-band Wi-Fi 6, boosting connectivity. There's even potential for 200 megapixel multi-shot mode. Expected launch, September 2026. If Fujifilm gets this right, the XT6 could be their most complete XT camera yet. This one's a bit different, and that's what makes it interesting. Nikon's filing, N2324, registered in April 2026, doesn't reveal much, but it confirms one thing: an affordable Z Series camera is coming. Right now, the lineup starts with the Nikon Z52, but there's a clear gap below it. The aging Z30 is due for a refresh, especially with strong competition in the vlogging space. The most likely outcome: a new APS-C camera aimed at content creators, possibly a successor to the Z30, or even a rebranded model with a fresh identity. What makes this more interesting is Nikon's recent acquisition of Red Digital Cinema. There's growing speculation that some Red video tech could trickle down into this budget body, giving it a serious edge in video. Specs are still unclear, but expectations include XSpeed 7 processing, our improved video features, and a fully articulating screen, all aimed at modern creators. Launch is expected between June and August 2026. Nikon's high-end lineup is already strong. Now it looks like they're coming for the entry-level market too. Panasonic is doing something different this time. They didn't file one camera, they filed two. Codes P2409A and P2501A point to a dual strategy: one high-end cinema body and one more affordable full-frame option. First up, the highly anticipated Panasonic Lumix S1H2. The original S1H was a legend even Netflix approved, and now Panasonic is finally replacing it. The Mark II is rumored to directly compete with the Sony FX3, targeting filmmakers and hybrid creators. Leaks suggest a 24-megapixel stacked full-frame sensor, 15-plus stops of dynamic range, internal ProRes RAW, 6K open gate, 4K 120 frames per second, active cooling, and dual CF Express cards. If internal ProRes RAW is real, it could eliminate external recorders entirely, a huge deal for run-and-gun shooters. Then there's the second body, likely a more affordable full-frame camera, possibly the Panasonic S5R. This could fill the gap below the S5 II and compete with entry-level full-frame models, bringing more users into Panasonic's ecosystem. Both cameras are expected around summer 2026. Panasonic may have been quiet lately, but two full-frame launches at once? That's a serious comeback move. The most anticipated camera on this list is the Canon EOS R7 Mark II, and it's closer than ever. Backed by FCC filings, ID 0120, this camera is confirmed to exist and heading toward launch. Leaks suggest a 39-megapixel stacked BSI sensor, a first for Canon APS-C, bringing flagship-level tech from cameras like the R1 and R5 Mark II into a crop body. That means faster readout, better burst, and major video upgrades. Speaking of video, it's expected to shoot 8K, something no Canon APS-C camera has ever done, along with CF Express plus SD card slots. Burst shooting could hit 40 frames per second with improved autofocus, clearly targeting wildlife and sports shooters. The FCC filing also reveals a pro-level LPE6P battery, signaling higher performance and near-finish status. Launch is expected between May to June 2026, with pricing around $2,500 to $2,700. If these specs hold, the R7 Mark II won't just upgrade the original, it could redefine what an APS-C camera can do. So there you have it, 5 cameras, all confirmed to exist through regulatory filings, all expected to land before the end of 2026. Let's do a quick recap of what's coming and when. Sony's A7R6, 80 megapixels, stacked sensor, 8K video, expected before November 2026. This is the resolution king getting a complete rebuild from the ground up. Fujifilm's XT6, the first camera on the brand new X Processor 6 platform, 40 megapixel 6th generation sensor, fully articulating screen, and Wi-Fi 6. September 2026 is the target. Nikon's affordable Z Series entry, the Z30 successor, or possibly a rebranded model with red video influence baked in. June to August 2026 is the window. Panasonic's double announcement, the long-awaited S1H2 targeting the Sony FX3. Crowd with internal ProRes RAW and serious cinema specs. plus a budget full-frame body to bring new shooters into the L-mount system. Both expected summer 2026, and Canon's EOS R7. Mark II, 39-megapixel stacked sensor, 8K video, 40 frames per second burst, Pro battery, Pro card slots. Mid-May to early June 2026, arguably the most significant APS-C camera announcement in years. Now here's the thing worth keeping in mind. Regulatory filings confirm existence, but specs are still based on leaks and rumor sources until each brand steps on stage and makes it official. Some of these details will change, some might surprise us. That's what makes this time of year in the camera world so good. If any of these cameras are on your radar, drop a comment below. Which one are you actually watching? The Sony resolution monster, the Fujifilm platform refresh, or the Canon APS-C flagship that's been 4 years in the making? If you found this useful, hit subscribe, because when any of these get officially announced, we'll be breaking it down the same day. See you in the next one.